What's going on, y'all? So once again, we got to talk about IShowSpeed because I don't think you guys understand what IShowSpeed is doing. I don't think you guys understand the political, historical complexity of what he's doing. He's breaking stereotypes overnight. Most people think when you go to Africa, it's nothing but mud huts and villages and no running water and electricity. What speed is because and to all my friends and family who are in Africa, you already know that it's not like that. But you got to understand what happens in the States, in the West, is that propaganda is pushed. So most black Americans really believe there's nothing in Africa. Like, I know you're sitting there going, huh? I'm telling you, most black Americans think Africa is nothing but just war, desert, poverty. And what IShowSpeed is doing is he's changing that. This is the reason why I say IShowSpeed is a Pan-Africanist Garveyite. And I don't think he knows that. And if I have a chance to talk to that brother IShowSpeed, I would love to introduce him to Marcus Messiah Garvey. I don't think he knows much about him. I wish I could introduce him to Thomas Sankara. But he went to Senegal. And he went to one of the slave dungeons in Senegal because a lot of these FBAs and ADOS people like to say we're not from Africa, we're indigenous people of America. And he went to a slave dungeon. IShowSpeed got it. I don't know who's in his ear, but he has good people in his ear. Now, I think because, and I have to say this, I think because he's traveled the world. He's been to China. He's been to Europe. He's been to different places. He sees racism everywhere. He's been to South America racism. So with his trip to Africa, I think he had this is the reason why I say you got to connect with God. He had a real spiritual connection with African people. He knew, when he got to Africa, he knew he was home. If you didn't see how the African people, African Americans, y'all gotta stop thinking that African people hate you. I don't know why. Tariq Nasheed, brother, if I ever see you in person, I will check you, brother. I will check you. But African American people, Black American, American Africans, you're African. You're African. I don't know how within the last 20 years this has changed. The AME Church, African American Episcopal Church. How did I don't understand how that got lost. I think it's the CIA for one. The CIA has been sending disinformation. Hollywood. If you watch the Black Panther movie, when you look at Killmonger versus Chadwick Boseman, they're promoting division in that movie. I noticed it. I said, why would they make Killmonger and Chadwick Boseman or Michael B. Jordan to beef with each other in the movie? And then a white boy CIA agent helped them. Like, look. But I gotta say something to Algeria. The Northern Africans. You Northern Africans are being exposed in real time. You are a racist. You Arab invaders. That's what you are. You're not really African. I'm sorry. I'm done playing this game. You're not African. You're Arab invaders. You and the Europeans pushed your way into Africa. You couldn't come all the way to the center, east, or west, or the south of Africa because you could not survive the heat. You see this melanation? This is not a color. This is a chemical. It allows me to absorb heat. You cannot absorb heat like I can. You can't. You cannot live in the reason why they chose Africans as slaves, they try to use the Native Americans, but the Africans as slaves, and they fought so hard. I don't think American Africans know how hard the Europeans fought Africa. They hit us with everything. The Chinese hit us. The Arabs hit us. The Europeans, and they hide that history. They hide the history of what they've done. And the Arabs and the Europeans connected with each other because Arabs are Caucasians too. The reason why Arabs don't like us Africans because they're Caucasian too. The Europeans and Arabs are cousins. They're just not as fair-skinned. because we could survive through anything. Africans were here for over 7 million. We've been here for 7 million years. So the Native Americans would run off. They would die from the heat. They would die from the extreme work. Us Africans that's just who we are. So IShowSpeed, what he's showing is, one, he's breaking that American African and Black American African and the continental African, the European African and the continental African, and the South American African and the African, and the Australian African and the continental African, and the Asian African and the continental African, I guess they would call it Asiatic Africans. He's breaking a lot of stereotypes. Subscribe to his channel, follow him. I've said this for years. Pan-Africanism is the future. The West is falling. I don't think y'all understand it. Donald Trump is not there for no reason. He's there because the Europeans have realized they're falling. So they threw an extreme idiot, a just narcissistic billionaire European asshole, to be a president. So us as African people, we have to understand the world is turning. The youngest population on planet Earth and the growing population on planet Earth is Africa. It starts with us, it's gonna end with us. That's what we need to understand. So with IShowSpeed, how am I trying to say this? With him going to Africa, African and all us Africans showing out, I wanna give a hand clap to us Africans. We show out. We got him to 50 million subscribers. Did you see when he showed up in Kenya, Nigeria, Botswana? We showed up and we supported him. And that's the reason why I always said IShowSpeed's different. He's a little different from, I noticed it years ago. He didn't really want to hang with the rappers. And with him traveling the world, that's why I tell black men especially, you need to travel the world. Get out of America. This isn't the only place on planet Earth. You're being fooled. Get out of America. I know I've been here for a little bit too long, but I'm building something right now. Get out. Because you'll realize there's more of us than them. Europeans only make up about 10% of the population of planet Earth. The reason why they were able to conquer the planet Earth is because they have such terrible tactics. They're the ones who created the gun. Africans never even would conceptualize the gun. We don't think how to murder people. I know Europeans like to go, yeah, we're smart. No, you're there's something wrong with you people. Why are you trying to shoot somebody? If you want to fight a man, you and a man get in the room and fight. But you want to shoot me from across the street because you're scared of me. You know that we're more stronger. We're built better. But anyway, hold on. With that being said, I gotta say, IShowSpeed, he went to Algeria, Morocco. They said racist thing. They throwing fruit and bananas at him. Because you guys in North Africa know you're not really African. You're African geographically. But bloodline, no. You're Europeans. And you hate that. And look, Algeria, your country, nobody knows Algeria for anything. Morocco for anything. What? French Montana? The world's turning. It's turning. Us African people across the globe have been through a lot. We've been through a lot. But the world's turning. And that stream, IShowSpeed stream, I want to tell that brother, if I ever met him, keep going, brother. Run. Run fast. And be careful. Because what you're doing is you're opening a lot of eyes. And there's certain, let's be honest, white people who are in power who do not like that. Because you're going to make their minds change. So be careful, brother. Be careful. Be careful. He was in Senegal with a black baby on his arm. Man. IShowSpeed, brother. I'm gonna tell you, brother, I love you and I really appreciate it. You're doing the work. You're doing the work. It's not easy. You could be Kai Cenat. You could be running around with Michael Jordan and basketball players, but you choosing to struggle. Brother, you choosing to struggle. And that is a lot. You from the Midwest like me, and you already know in the Midwest, it's nothing but the struggle. You're originally from Cleveland, Ohio, or Columbus, Ohio, and Detroit, Michigan. I'm from Michigan also. So I'm loving your stream. I'm loving it, brother. Keep going. And we support you, brother. We support you. We support everything you're doing. Just keep that energy, man. I love the fact that you show up with great energy. That's what I tell people. Just show up. And I know you're probably tired. You've been running around through Africa. I've been in Africa. It's not easy moving around. And you just showing up with good attitude. That's why I tell people. Just show up with good attitude and just try. If something goes bad, it goes bad. But, brother, you're a king. You're a chief, man. You're a chief. We won't start calling him Chief IShowSpeed. You're a chief, man. You're pushing the fold for black men. I think you're helping also too. This is the last time I say it. IShowSpeed. You're helping kill drill rap. You're helping killing the rap music because you're showing us in a different light. You know what I'm saying? And we support you, brother. We love you. Be safe, and also keep growing. The fact that you went to a slave dungeon in Senegal, hands down, the greatest streamer. Hands down. Y'all know me, I'm a Pan-Africanist. You know me. I'm all about the connection and unification of African people across the globe. And you're helping build that. But anyway, you know the slogan. Hold on, what did my dad say? Man, I forgot what he said. But I'm going to do the slogan now. I'm going to look back at it. But chase knowledge. Don't chase money. Peace, love, positivity.